BelsheBits here, where I break down the complexities of Wilder World into manageable bits of information. By popular demand, we are going to discuss the bits about liquidity pool staking with Wilder World. The 5 important bits that we're going to discuss are what it is, step-by-step instructions on how to participate, why APR rates can be so high, what is impermanent loss, and what strategies I consider when approaching LP staking. Liquidity pool staking, or LP staking, is when you provide equal amounts of 2 different currencies. One is usually a much more sought after currency like ETH or USDC, and the other is any form of currency looking to provide the opportunity to swap from one currency to the other. In this case, we're going to be discussing WILD, the token that backs everything in Wilder World. In the liquidity pool staking for Wilder World, you need an equal parts WILD to wrapped ETH, which I'm just going to refer to as ETH in the remainder of this video. When pairing these assets on Uniswap, you will receive an equal amount of liquidity pool tokens, which is a receipt to the amount you deposited into the liquidity pool. These liquidity pool tokens can then be staked on the Wilder World platform in order to earn rewards. Rewards for LP staking are paid out in WILD and are locked away for 12 months. There will be a fluctuating amount of WILD rewarded depending on the current APR of the staking pool. The more demand there is to the pool, the higher the APR reward will be. This helps incentivize participation in the pool when a heavy demand is put on, as well as to avoid slippage. And just to be clear, the only thing locked away are your rewards. Your LP tokens are free to unlock and to dissolve whenever you feel necessary. The rewards that are locked away in the single-sided staking pool, which at this moment offers a 4% APR, thus furthering the compounding effect of adding liquidity to the pool. And for further clarity, LP tokens provide proportional ownership of the pool, each getting paid rewards equal to their proportion of the pool. The more LP tokens you have, the more rewards you receive. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to go to Uniswap to be able to create our pairing and add to the liquidity. Here I have an option where I can do it with just ETH. If you go to the Wilder World staking wiki, if you go to the Wilder World wiki and go down to the Wilder World staking site, and you click on this link here that's for WILD and WETH, it'll just take you straight here where you can do wrapped ETH and WILD. I don't have any of the wrapped ETH, and so I'm just going to go to this one that also provides the liquidity with ETH. And what they do in the background is they end up just wrapping the ETH and then doing the same thing. So I'm just going to add here, I'm going to do 140 WILD, which it automatically calculates the amount of ETH to make it a fair pairing. Then you hit supply. What it's going to do is provide 1.1303 pool tokens. And so then you say, I'm going to confirm this. So we're going to confirm. And then here we're going to accept the transaction. Confirm. Now that we have our liquidity pool tokens, we're going to want to go over to the Wilder World website, which is just wilderworld.com. Once you're here, you're going to go over to the hamburger menu bar, and you're going to click on it, and you're going to have a bunch of different options, but you're going to go into market. And you're going to click on market, and it's going to bring you to this site, and you come down here to staking. Once you come down here to staking, you're going to see 2 different pools, right? You got the single-sided staking with WILD, which now is at 4.07%, and you have the farm WILD with WETH LP, which is right here. So you're going to come in here and you're going to hit stake. Here you're going to see the balance of LP tokens. You can see right here, I have 1.13 tokens, which is what we just created. When you hit max, you would hit stake, and then it would bring you over to the transaction. Once you have approved all the transactions within your wallet, you will then be able to go into this section of deposits and be able to see the liquidity pool tokens that you've staked. And there you'll be able to see the rewards that you get accumulated in real time. And here you'll be able to see all the liquidity pool tokens that you've staked with Wilder World, as well as the rewards that you have claimed over the period of time of staking. And in order to claim your rewards, you click on these three dots next to any one of these liquidity pool staking, and you would come down here to claim pool rewards. Here you will see what rewards you have, and you can hit claim. Here it'll tell you the number of wild that you have, and you confirm your claim, and then you'll need to approve the transactions needed in order to claim the rewards. When you claim your rewards, you will actually have to claim both your liquidity pool farming rewards as well as your single-sided staking rewards, and so you are approving transactions for each one. You're approving transactions for the liquidity pool claiming as well as the single-sided staking rewards. It can get a bit confusing, but what you need to understand is that you have a liquidity pool incentive and then you lock it away. And in order to further incentivize, the team has offered single-sided staking for that whole 12-month period that you have it locked, which then just compounds the rewards that you have. But they are two separate staking contracts, so it requires two separate approvals of claiming the rewards. And the last thing I will show you is how to unstake your rewards to make them available to you. Again, it's really easy. You just go over to these three dots next to the rewards that you are able to unstake. You will see unstake deposit, claim pool rewards, and stake in pool. If it's not available to you, you won't see the unstake. You will see only claim pool rewards or stake in a pool. And so you come up, you hit unstake. It'll ask you how much you want to unstake, hit max. You unstake, it'll then go through and tell you, are you sure that you want to claim the 1.67 tokens? Because basically any time that you engage with a contract, any rewards in the single-sided staking that are there, you have to then claim. So then you confirm the unstake, you approve the transactions. Once you go into your wallet, you would then see them available in your wallet. So those are the different steps of getting your liquidity pool tokens, then staking your liquidity pool, claiming rewards on your liquidity pool, as well as unstaking your rewards in order to make them available to you. Many question the reality of how a project can offer such a high APR. One reason maybe is to help decentralize the ownership of the token by providing a way to distribute the token into the hands of as many people willing to participate in a pool. Another reason we have already discussed, which is to provide an incentive to provide a pool of liquidity for the project. The Wilder World team has certain parameters that explain how the APR goes from high to higher, which is explained by our very own Wilder FC. LP farming, in my opinion, is better with a long-term mindset in the project and the utility that the token provides. Incentivized liquidity pools is a fantastic way to bootstrap adoption to a new token, especially when it's done well. What is impermanent loss? Often in liquidity pools, we hear about impermanent loss, which adds a lot of confusion to the decision if one should or should not participate in the pool. In this bit, I'm going to do my very best to explain what impermanent loss is using Wild as an example. Let's say Wild is $1 and ETH is $3,000. You put this into the LP at a 3,000 Wild and 1 ETH pairing, a total contribution of $6,000 as it relates to the USD. Now about a year goes by and you are about to pull out of the liquidity pool. Wild at this time is $10 and ETH is $10,000. You may think, wow, this is great, but let's talk about the chain reactions of this action. You exit your liquidity and dissolve your liquidity tokens, getting in return the paired tokens. What you realize is a 13.4% loss because Wild gained more in proportion to ETH. I will leave an impermanent loss calculator in the description below. So this is the why and the how. If you had just held the 3,000 Wild and the 1 ETH that you added into the liquidity pool, you would have had 3,000 wild at $10, equaling $30,000. The 1 ETH would be a total of $10,000, a total of $40,000. By putting it into the liquidity pool, this is what changes. You end up getting back 1,732 wild, which equals 17,320 wild. You get 1.732 ETH, equaling $17,320, a total of $34,640. Now keep in mind that everything is done in a pairing, an equal amount. So as you can see here, an equal amount of dollars, $17,320 of each token is what was given back to you when you dissolved your liquidity pool tokens. This is a difference of $5,360 or 13.4%. Okay, now that that is clearly explained, let's continue with the chain reactions. In this example, we said it happened over about a 13-month period. And let's say you were earning about 30 wild a day for 365 days, which equals 10,950 wild in rewards, depending on the average APR over those 13 months. Now let's say that you were claiming rewards once a month, on average occurring about 900 wild a month. In this example, we are going to say that the first unlocked of rewards is at the same time you were pulling out from the liquidity pool, about 13 months after you staked your LP tokens, and about 12 months after you claimed your first 900 wild tokens as a reward from the pool. So in this example, we are saying that wild is hypothetically at $10. And ETH is at $10,000. If you add that reward to your total amount you just got back of $34,640, you would have $43,640, making it not a loss at all, but a gain of $3,640. And that's with 11 more months of rewards to unlock at whatever price wild is during the time you realize the value of wild in the current market. Continuing in this example, you initially are in a positive gain, even with impermanent loss. Hence why the high APR incentive is so appealing to many, especially if you have a long-term mindset. A project that wants to ensure liquidity and avoid slippage has to provide an incentive in order to do so. And in my opinion, Wilder World has done just that. All of my experiences with the liquidity pool has gone very smoothly. Some of you may be saying, okay, BelsheBits, this is all well and good, but what is a good strategy for me? Well, in a simple answer, all I can say is, I can't tell you that. But I can offer you the strategies and the opinions that I have based on my experience and the future goals that I have. This is not financial advice. Do your own research, make your own decisions, but I am willing to provide some of my own opinions based on my own experiences. Ultimately for me, I have always believed in the success of Wilder World long term. As mentioned in other videos, Wild Pineapple has always believed in the long-term growth and success of Wilder World, not based on weeks or months, but based on years. So after gaining our own experience and understanding of what the liquidity pool was with Wilder World and asking fellow individuals like Gandalf to help us better understand, we made the decision to participate in the pool because we saw it as a long-term value add to the goals that we set for Wild Pineapple. And in our opinion, it has rewarded us very well. It has also been our experience that the rewards have offset impermanent loss to the point where we don't even think about impermanent loss. We feel that the rewards have already returned any loss that we may gain. One strategy we have taken is reinvesting the LP rewards back into the liquidity pool, thus growing our contribution to the liquidity pool. Another strategy of ours is taking the rewards from the liquidity pool and purchasing additional assets within the Wilder World economy. For example, additional trinities. More trinities provide more industry and platform rewards. For instance, the rewards of land and avatars, which then just further compounds the rewards because each parcel of land rewards trinity holders with infused wild. Essentially what we have started is building a business, a wilder business, a business where we get rewarded in wild and further stake that wild into the Wilder World economy. And we do this in order to reach the goals that we have set for the Wild Pineapple DAO. These are our bits on how we approach approach the Wilder World economy. Others have different bits on how they approach the liquidity pool, and you will have to determine on what bits matter most to you. But hopefully this video has given you the information you need in order to determine what the best approach is for you and what your long-term goals are. I also want to give a special thanks to Gandalf, FC, Flama, Sharky, Alex, and Barry Bubba for helping me with some of the details of this video. Well, there you have it, Wilders, all the bits of information you need in order to decide for yourself if and how to participate in the Wilder World liquidity pool. But don't forget that the best bits are the bits found in each one of you.